Welcome back to Lo Sbrano, guys. In today's video we're gonna be making our third and fourth pizza dough, which will be rising from 6 to 8 hours at a room temperature. So prepare all your ingredients and let's go. So for the first dough we're gonna need 2 grams of sugar, and as I was mentioning in the previous videos, you need the sugar for the acidity of the dough. 2 grams of dry yeast. If you want to use a fresh one, you're gonna need 4 grams. 20 milliliters of olive oil. 8 grams of salt. 50 grams of 1-0 flour. 50 grams of soy flour. 150 grams of whole wheat flour. And last but not least, 170 milliliters of water. At a temperature around 20 degrees. So guys, watch carefully the order in which we're gonna place our ingredients, because it's very important. The first thing we're gonna place is the water. The second, it's the dry yeast. We'll mix it just a little bit or so. Then we're gonna place our whole wheat flour. Our soy flour. One-zero flour. And we leave the salt and the oil for the next steps. Now, as soon as you see that the flour has absorbed the water, we place the salt. And we leave the oil for the end. So we leave our dough to rest for about 6 to 8 hours, and then I'll be making a very nice pizza for you guys. Okay, as for the second dough, we're gonna need 170 milliliters of water, 150 grams of DoughThe flour, 50 grams of 10 flour, 50 grams of soy flour, 10 grams of milk powder, 15 milliliters of olive oil, 6 grams of salt, 2 grams of dry yeast. If you want, you can use a fresh yeast, but you'll have to double the weight. And last but not least, 2 grams of sugar for the acidity of the dough. And that's it. So the first thing, we're gonna start with the water. Then we'll need the dry yeast. Then the sugar. DoughThe flour. 10 flour. Soy flour. Milk powder. We'll place the salt, and we'll leave the olive oil for a little bit later. So we'll also leave our second dough to rise at a room temperature for about 6 to 8 hours. And then I'll be making a pizza for you guys to see how it comes out. Okay, so it's been 6 hours since we left our dough to rise. And this is the result. As you can see, now we are ready to make our pizzas. And I am gonna show you what kind of pizzas we can make with these two types of dough. So as you can see, for the first pizza, we're gonna use some shrimps. Now we're gonna use a little bit of fresh garlic. You can use as much as you want. A little bit of olive oil or extra virgin olive oil. A little bit of salt. And now a little bit of fresh parsley. So after you're done kneading your dough, you can make these shrimps recipe as so, and just cover it for a couple of hours, and then you're ready to make your pizza. And now we're ready to make the first pizza. And this is the dough with the whole wheat flour. We'll use a little bit more of semolina flour. Now we clean our table. Now we use a little bit of pizza sauce. A couple of fine sliced zucchini. Just a little bit of mozzarella. When I use seafood, I usually don't use a lot of mozzarella, because otherwise it will give more taste of a mozzarella, and we don't want that. We want to fill all the shrimps that we have. As you can see. And now let's quickly make the second one. You can see the crust because I've left it for about 15 minutes without covering it. And here we're gonna use a little bit of mozzarella, red onions, and fresh sausages. So now we place the second one. Let's see if our first pizza is ready. Leave it for about 2 seconds more. As you can see, what a beautiful pizza this is, with sausages and red onions, and these with shrimps and zucchini. As for the next time, we'll be making a dough which will rise up to 24 hours into the fridge this time, and not anymore at room temperature. So you can get the feeling on how I, as a professional, will make and store my pizza dough. And if you're still watching this video, I just want to say thank you for the patience, and until the next time from Lo Sbrano, bye bye.